Okay, guys, 10.3, we're going to talk about parallelograms and trapezoids. We talked about quadrilaterals yesterday, and we talked about we just talked about some basic things with the measurements of all the angles in a quadrilateral and all that kind of good stuff. But there are two formulas that you need to memorize, all right? When we're talking about a parallelogram, the area of a parallelogram is the base times the height. Now the base can be either one of the parallel pairs. These could be the bases, right? I could actually spin this thing around. Okay, I can't move that. We could actually turn this thing up on its end like this, and these could be the bases. Okay? Either way, the height is what connects, is the distance between the two bases that we choose. Okay? And so the area of a parallelogram is just the base times the height. Now think about this. We've talked about this before. Let's say, Jack, that this is a rectangle. Okay? A rectangle is a special kind of parallelogram, but it's still the same formula. Base times height gives me the area, right? Okay. Now, the thing with a trapezoid, right? I've got one pair of parallel lines. What I have to do is I have to add the two bases together and divide by 2. I'm basically averaging them. And then I multiply it by the height. All right? So those are the two formulas that we need to memorize for this section. So the area of a trapezoid and the area of a parallelogram. Now something that you guys have got to get down. You need to get it down now. Don't get it down as freshmen in high school. Don't get it down as sophomores in high school or whatever. All right? You've got to get it down now. And that is, if we're talking about a distance, it's always to the first power. Like the distance from that wall to that wall. You know what? Since I'm recording, the distance from here to here, okay, maybe it's not going to draw. The distance across this screen is what? I don't know, 4 feet. But not 4 feet squared, not 4 feet cubed, just 4 feet to the first, right? The area of this screen, I don't know. What would you say the area of this screen is? Eric?
I don't know. 16.
What do you think? 16 feet?
Yes.
16 feet? Or 16 feet squared?
16 feet squared?
Exactly, because it's an area. Anytime I talk about area, no matter what the unit is, it's squared. All right? Now, we're standing in this room, and this room's probably 450 square feet, but its volume is probably about 4,500 cubic feet, right? If I had little boxes that were a foot on either side, like this, I could probably put about 4,500 of them in this room, okay? So volume is always to the third power. It would be feet cubed. So let's make sure that we get that down. Just memorize it. If I say area, we know that it has to be feet squared or whatever the units are squared. All right? All right. Good job on that. Let's get to work on some of these problems.